So this is our website. This is the main homepage. So what you need to do is go across here to Mail ECU. It sounds funny, but I couldn't fit any more in there. So just hover over this one and you'll come dealer order form, customer order form. So click on customer order form. This will come up. This has got your price. I need you to fill out all of these details to the best of your ability. The most important thing here is obviously things like vehicle model, vehicle year, registration number, and then automatic or manual. And I need to know the most amount of info. The more information you give us, the better the outcome's going to be. Any more comments that you may want to give us. Now, I know terms and conditions can be quite boring to read, but I really need you to read this. This will give you all the information and you need to click to say you accept this, so you've actually read this info. I know a lot of people don't like reading info. Please read that info. It is very important. Once you've done that, click send, and that will come straight through to me and my email address. Okay, so you've decided you want to do a mail order tune. You've sent me through the information on the website. The website is www.powercurveqld for Queensland.com.au. So we're based here in Nambour in Queensland. Okay, so once you've done that, you will receive an email from me with your invoice. You need to pay that invoice. You can do direct debit. If you find it easier and you want to ring us up, we can do a card payment over the phone, that's fine. If you are doing a direct debit, different banks have different time frames that we will actually receive that. And a couple of times I have received ECUs before I've received payments. So please just send me a screenshot or something. I can see it's gone through. I know the bank details are fine. We're 100% right to go. Also on that invoice, our email address and everything is on there as well. So step 1, fill out the form online. Step 2, wait for your invoice. Step 3, pay your invoice. And step 4, send me a remittance or a picture of that payment's gone through. Step 5, I think we're up to. You need to remove your ECU from your vehicle. This is a ZD30 ECU out of a 2003. We've just got one here. So that's what it looks like. I often get asked that. They may be slightly different for different vehicles, but that one there is out of a 2003 ZD30 Patrol. So take that out. I recommend you wrap that in bubble wrap. It is quite expensive. They are quite precious. Make sure you do that. Go to the post office. Now, we don't do postage because it's much cheaper for you to do it. Go to the post office and get 2 of these. 1, 2. Express post bags. You need to make sure they are the 1 kilo or up to a kilo bag. These ECUs, especially once they've got that packing around them, they're just over half a kilo. They're usually about the 600 gram kind of mark. So get one of those. Now, you need to write my address, 17 Windsor Road, Burnside, Queensland, 4560 on this one. Yours on the back. Make sure you take this one here. The other one, if you're kind enough, please put your own details on it and put mine on the back. This is the one that's going to send it back to you. It's a lot cheaper for you to do this. It's time effective. If you're worried about downtime for your ECU, make sure you follow this process. I recommend you probably take this one, your copy as well, so you know that it's been sent back. You don't have to ring me and ask me if it's been sent back. You can track it. So inside this will plate, I'm not writing this on it because I'm going to send this to whoever I'm sending whatever to. This one here will be packaged up as much as you feel that's safe. We're going to pop that into here. However you send it to me is how we're going to send it back to you. If you don't wrap it in bubble wrap, I won't wrap it in bubble wrap. So it'll be repackaged up how you send it. This one here also needs to go in this bag. That's how I'm going to send it back to you and you'll know it's been sent. Close it up, pop that in the post. There's your ECU all ready to go with the details on it. So I think that was step 5. Right, so you're waiting on your ECU, you have your tracking, all your information. If you want to send me an invoice, an email and say, yeah, it's on its way. You need to, while you're waiting, or when you get it back, You need to have a boost controller for these ZD30s. If you do not have a ZD30, that's fine, just send me that. Don't have to do anything else. This needs to be set. You can have a HPD, you can have a Go Fast Bitch, we use Tilix, we recommend them. Set this to 20 PSI. This is for a standard vehicle with anything bar a high flow turbo or injectors. Your process is going to be different. It's mostly standard vehicles. Set your boost controller to 20 PSI and wait for it to return. Alright, so what's going on with your ECU? Well, Australia Post has picked it up and it's arrived to me. I will take out all your information, all that info that you put in those details, send it out to Patrick. Within a couple of hours, he's going to have a file written and updated to your vehicle based on what you've told me. I'm going to pop that back in the reply paid bag and it's back out and gone. Usually they take a couple of hours and they're done, back to you. So the biggest downtime for you is your freight time. What else? When it gets back to you, take it back out, pop it back in your car, make sure that Tilix or whatever boost controller you set is set to 20 PSI and you are good to go. Questions I get asked. What happens if it doesn't work? What's your warranty? Things like that. If you are concerned about any other issues that may be happening with your vehicle and you want to go through this process, if we see that vehicle isn't ready to be tuned based on the information, we won't just take your money and do it. We'll let you know. I always recommend an in-house tune is a better option, but honestly, I probably get 10 of your call a day from Western Australia. I understand for this simple upgrade that's not really an option, so this is fine. Can we remove limp mode? 99.999% of the time, limp mode in ZD30s is resolved by this issue. I've seen one unmodified vehicle that we've resolved in another way. Very uncommon. Yes, we usually resolve limp mode, EGRs, things like that. These are options, you know they're illegal, but it can be achieved through an ECU. What else? That's basically all your standard information that you need to know. If you are doing turbo modifications or injectors, yes, we can do them by mail order. There is a level of uncertainty. I've had a lot of questions. Turbo from A company, injectors from B company, and a whole heap of different setups. It is tricky to achieve and we are following up a process. Send us an email and let us know. You will get a form you need to fill out and as much info. We either can or can't do it based on what you do, but that's something we really need to work on together with you in a more personal way. What power outcomes can you expect? What's your vehicle doing? I had a vehicle come in, a DI, the other day. It was sitting around 60 horsepower standard. It went up to 123. It had some other issues. As long as there's no other issues, what can it do? Some of them sit at about 100 and sit at like your 90 kind of mark, and they will reach 125s or above. It really depends on the vehicle and it depends on what you're doing. It is a mail order tune. It is an entry level upgrade. So if you want to and you have a good dyno shop in the area that you live, get a before and after if you want. If you have any concerns, let us know. I hope that simplifies the process a little bit better. It's a bit clearer. They are fairly simple steps. The biggest question is what's the downtime? The downtime really depends on how fast, where you live and how fast your postage. Yeah, we'll get them back to you within a day. Hope that answers some questions. If you have any more, make sure you send me an email. Cheers, guys.